Danny Flexon here for Seconds Out with my old friend John Rawling, the voice, of course, of BT Sport Boxing. We're here, John, at the final press conference for Midlands Mayhem. 6 title fights. Frank Warren brings his promotions back to Birmingham, and we're all grateful for that. Top of the bill, Zolani Tete against John Riel Casimero. Now, some people out there may be unfamiliar with those guys. They're not British, of course, but just tell people why they should tune into this fight, just how high quality it is.
Well, it's very high quality. You know, I mean, the winner of this one could potentially go on to fight the Japanese star Inoue, who's just signed up with Bob Arum. Inoue, who won the Boxing World Super Series, had a fantastic fight against Nonito Donaire in the final. The winner of this could well go on to that, and Zolani Tete was originally in that Super Series and was likely to have fought Inoue in the final. Obviously that didn't happen because he suffered a shoulder injury, had to pull out. He's a terrific fighter, Tete. He hasn't lost in 12, South African, and amazingly talented, but he's been inactive. He's not fought since October last year. And Casimero, who's up against him, he is a puncher. He's a lot smaller. He stands 5'4" as opposed to 5'9", 5'10", which is what Tete is. But he's been busy. He's had 3 knockout victories since Tete fought. He's a Filipino, managed by Manny Pacquiao, and I know they fancy it. They wanted to stage it, but were outbid for the fight by Frank Warren. Therefore, we've got it over here. But it's got the makings of an interesting contest. You know, it's one which I think boxing aficionados are going to like, and not least because of what is potentially at stake for the winner.
Talking about a couple of the British title fights on the bill as well, you've got Sam Bowen, obviously not from too far away from here in Leicestershire. He's turned heads over the last 2 or 3 performances, beaten some good people. He's up against a different kind of challenge this time in Anthony Cacace, who switch hits, he's long, he's rangy, he's a big puncher as well. And a lot of people felt he was unlucky against Martin Ward in the previous attempts at this title. Are we going to see a real kind of pleasing mesh of styles, do you think?
Well, you'd hope so, but, you know, you never know. I mean, I don't think it's in Cacace's favour to go toe-to-toe and start brawling with Bowen, because really that's Bowen's game. And I think Cacace is going to be a bit more clever than that. There are people around in the sport, you know, you must know this, who think that Cacace's got enough talent to have done a lot more than he actually has. And there were people at that Ward fight who thought that he'd done enough to win it but didn't get the verdict. Now, he clearly fancies it, and I think he fancies his ability to outbox Bowen. But, you know, I mean, a lot of people do that, don't they? It's the old Mike Tyson adage, isn't it? You know, everybody's got a plan until they get smacked on the nose, and then it all goes out of the window. But I think Bowen's done everything that we hope to see of him so far. He's gone full-time pro. He's quit his day job, so he's really dedicating himself to this. And as he says, you know, what is he now, 28, something like that? And he says it's time for big fights and time for big dough. Well, he needs to get through this, needs to look good. So the pressure's on him if he's going to progress towards those sort of engagements.
We've also got a really intriguing fight at super middleweight for the vacant British title between Lerrone Richards, who looked so good in beating Tommy Langford not too long ago, real stylist, someone who takes great pride in their craft, against more of a pressure fighter and a local fighter in Lennox Clarke. Just an excellent fight on paper.
Well, Clarke's a banger, and he obviously fancies it. Lerrone, I think, by his own admission, and I think Alan Smith, his trainer, would probably agree, can be a lazy sod. You know, he tends to just do enough. You see the best of Lerrone when he's put into a pressure situation. I think it was when Tommy Langford started to really put it on him in that fight that he moved on to another level. Clarke is going to be somebody who's going to take it to him. He's a hard man, Lennox, and I think he will fancy that he's the tougher guy and that he'll take Lerrone into areas that he's not been before. But it's got all the classics of the boxer versus the fighter, and I certainly think, you know, you talk about styles, whether or not you'll think certain fights gel. I think this one will gel. It can't fail.